Hey guys, it's Talion here with some more Slay the Princess. This time for probably the last time. So we're on what, playthrough number 7, I think now? And we should hopefully be wrapping it up this time. Sorry, Cat is here again, as always. What was I saying? Right, so obviously I'm not gonna totally 100% all of the possible endings and stuff, but Kitty also says hi, yes. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get, a pretty satisfying amount of them. I think it's just, it wouldn't be as fun with this game to get to the point where I'm just like kind of trying to scour the game for any last remaining roots or like trying to save scum or anything like that. I might try that on my own time later, but I think like for the streams I would just prefer to kind of keep, the integrity of the intended gameplay. And I think it would be more fun to maybe try to go find other people to watch and see if they can find other secrets and like other paths that I didn't end up getting to. And just see them kind of arrive at those naturally through their own just decisions. So yeah, let's just get back into our game here. Yeah, I guess I kind of wanted to start off with maybe the nightmare route. So I wanted to try that one again.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin.
So I want to do that. I want to try the adversary again, possibly going for fisticuffs this time.
The interior of the cabin is almost...
And then I'm not sure about the last one. So we have 3 more routes to do in this playthrough. And yeah, we'll see what we end up getting.
The door to the basement creaks open. Good.
Let's go down the stairs.
You're still listening to reason.
Let's talk a bit first.
Okay.
What happens if you just go retrieve the blade? I feel like that gets you to the witch route. I don't remember if there were other options there. But for now, let's keep her locked away.
That seems like a pretty good compromise.
Sure, hero. It's definitely not a terrible idea.
That much longer.
Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out.
Actually, I wonder if the nightmare route is different depending on if you start with or without the blade. I feel like it probably would still be the same route, but maybe some of the dialogue would be a little different.
So I'm the only one who liked that idea.
One way or another, I'm going to find... But if you don't, I can promise that you'll regret that decision.
You have to make a choice.
Lock her in the basement. Hey, what was that? Oh, did I right-click by accident?
I know you think this is some kind of fair compromise, but it isn't. No one wins here. It's a chance we'll have to take. We can make this work if we just stay here and keep watch. No one has to die.
Where are you going? You can't just leave me here.
You turn your back to the princess and make your way back to the stairs.
Fine. Turn your back on me. But it won't be long before I slip these chains. And once I'm out of here, there will be hell to pay for leaving me behind.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. Do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing. Either way, she dropped the mask, didn't she? You can still grab the blade and get back down here.
You know what? I kind of want to see what'll happen. Oh, that's a relief. I was afraid I'd already committed to not slaying her.
It's never too late to do the right thing. Now hurry. You rush up to the first floor, grabbing the blade, both yours and the world's only possible salvation. Okay, if we're sure about this decision, I'll support it. I suppose we have a world to save after all. You slowly creep down the basement stairs. It's quiet. Where the princess sat only a moment ago, there's only a severed arm, its cooling flesh still chained to the wall. And she is nowhere to be seen. Is it just me? Or did this room get a lot bigger?
So this dialogue seems to be skippable, so apparently I've been here before, but I don't really remember it. I think if we go here, we can probably just get back to the nightmare route, but I kind of want to see what else I can do from here. What if we just say, let's finish this? This feels like a beast route thing. I feel like this would get me to the beast route. Let's just see what happens.
Your eyes dart to the corners of the room. You don't see her. Where is she?
Why would you close the door behind you?
You close the door behind you. Almost magically, its locks immediately click into place. Maybe they'll open if you finish the job.
I feel like I vaguely remember at some point trying to investigate the arm and she snuck behind me. Or maybe that was in something else. I'll wait.
Oh, do you want to play a waiting game? I've been down here a long, long time. I'm very good at waiting.
You do your best to patiently wait her out.
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
But eventually, exhaustion starts to set in. Come on, wake up. We can't fall asleep down here.
I feel like she's definitely gonna win the waiting game, but on the other hand, she's hiding in the shadows, waiting to ambush me. So she's just gonna jump out and kill me. I think keep waiting is probably my best chance. I mean, we're still only on chapter 1, so obviously she's gonna end up killing me, but let's see how well we can do. I guess keep waiting.
You wait for as long as you can, pushing yourself to stay awake and stay vigilant. But you can't outwait someone who's been waiting for as long as she remembers.
Yeah.
You barely even realize that you've started to drift off. Pain tears you from your sleep. The princess is upon you, ripping into your flesh, unnaturally sharp teeth and claws severing arteries and digging into organs. There's nothing to be done. You're already half gone. It can't just end like this, right? As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. I'm sorry, but it's over.
Yeah, she tried to escape the open door, but this time I had the door closed. So maybe I should have... Maybe if I had investigated the arm, she would have tried to go for the door, and then she would have gone out into the open, and I could have gotten her there. But I don't know.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Beast root? Yeah, there we go. All right, I mean, I guess we have another chance of trying to kill her.
You're on a path.
Because I failed miserably at that last time.
And at the end of that path...
All right, go. By the way, speaking of the...
Before you go in.
Saw the, there was still the turn around and leave option. And, like, I remember every time I try to do that, it says something about, like, you know, you've already committed to my completion, et cetera, et cetera. And I had assumed that it was, like, because we had already finished, right, chapter 1, and we were already, like, locked into a route. But last time we also tried... Or not last time, but before we tried with the happy ending route. Like, that had also done the you had already committed to my completion, and doing that as the first route actually got around that. So I kind of wonder if that holds true for these others as well. Like, if I had done this, for instance, as my first route in a playthrough, would I have been able to try to take that option of turn around and leave? Or is that always... Because, like, if that's never an available option, why even have it there to begin with? I feel like there might be some set of circumstances in which you actually can take that option, which is very curious. I don't know, maybe if we have time at the end of today's stream, maybe I'll play around with that. That might just lead to nightmare? I don't know, though. Because it's different than just leaving her, like, locking her up. Because you leave the cabin entirely. Like, in nightmare, you still stay in the cabin with her. But anyway, let's try this route.
The interior of the cabin is ruinous and dilapidated.
So what should we try? Obviously, trying to kill her is one thing. What other options potentially are there? What have we tried? I don't know if we've tried to free her. I don't know if the beast is interested in being freed at all. I think she just wants to eat me. But yeah, the last attempt at killing her failed, so I guess maybe let's try killing her again. Have we tried doing the beast route without the blade? I feel like I haven't actually tried that. Let's do another go at killing her, though.
You take the blade from the table. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what's...
Okay, so I think doing these explore options is just going to distract me and slow me down. I can try to move. Stand still feels like she's just going to immediately kill me. I can start moving, but then not do that the entire time. Okay, I'm gonna move.
Picking a direction on instinct. As you land, you're buffeted by a gust of... In an instant, she's pounced on the spot where you would have been. Her check before you can blink, she's gone, vanishing once more in...
You're faster than you were before, but you're still me.
You whirl around to find her, and your gaze meets hers. A pair of shining eyes peering out.
So this was also a problem, that she kept cutting off my escape.
So she's cut off our escape. Shit. What do we do?
Okay, let's see. Is there any point in trying to reason with her? I feel like there isn't. Run for the stairs? She's just gonna kill me. So I'm pretty sure last time I didn't try to run for the stairs. So clearly, the explore options did do something. Let's make at least one attempt to maybe reason with her. Because I'm pretty sure this won't immediately kill me, because I'm pretty sure I tried something similar last time. We don't have to kill each other. What if I helped you? What if we left together? If you could have gotten out of here on your own, wouldn't you have already left?
You cannot reason your way out of this, fledgling.
At least she's upfront about her intentions.
Is running for the stairs my only option? Because I don't want to just get killed immediately, because then I'll get back to stuff we've already seen. I want to see if I can find a new way. Stop hiding and show yourself.
If you want to see me, you should get better at seeing.
Princess's like skill issue.
She knows that her strength lies in shadows and secrets. She won't reveal herself unless she has to. She's coiling for another strike. Be somewhere else. We're on the back foot. The back foot keeps us nimble, keeps us alive. It doesn't matter if it keeps us alive, if it eventually kills us. We need to take back the momentum. We need to do something.
Yeah, he's right. Okay. So I think what I did before was survive. I can try to hit her back. Play dead and stand still could potentially do something. Although she did say, I think she said at some point that she didn't want to kill us. She wanted to eat us alive. So potentially if she thinks we're dead, she's gonna lose interest. But I don't know if, like, she's not that stupid. I don't know if playing dead would actually help. I kind of want to try hitting her back. Well, I guess we fight.
This isn't going to work. We're in her domain. We just have to stay alive.
It didn't work last
If we keep dodging her
time.
forever, we're going to get tired. We're going to slip up. We have to take a risk.
Agreed.
As the princess lunges from the shadows once more, the blade will lash out. It strikes, cutting deep, and the princess loses her focus, crying out in pained surprise as she crashes into you.
So far, so good.
You're sent sprawling, and can already feel the massive bruise blossoming on your ribs as she scrambles back into the darkness. Ha! Look at that! We wounded her! And she wounded us. Bad trade.
That hurt. Are you just the cornered animal you seem to be? Or could you be a rival?
She rears back, then leaps at you, more forceful, more ferocious, more serious. The scuffle is brief, and though you inflict a few deep wounds, you find yourself quickly overwhelmed by her savagery. You collapse to the floor, and she wastes no time before pouncing on you in a flurry of claws and blood, your nerves barely able to keep up with the onslaught.
Yikes.
By the end, you're lying in a nest of your own intestines, spine severed, blood rapidly draining out onto the jungle floor.
Well, that didn't go so well, huh?
The princess, drenched in both her blood and yours, idly prods your body.
No, that's it then. Cornered animal it was. Do better next time. I still need to devour you. And it doesn't count if you're dead.
We're not dead, we're... But you don't have time to protest her premature observation of your death, because everything goes dark. You're on a path in the wood.
Yeah, we are. And this time we're not gonna run until we die. We're taking her head on and we're winning.
Huh. I don't think we've had the stubborn before on this route.
You felt her. She didn't have a soft underbelly, she didn't have blind spots. What could we have done that would have saved us from her hunger?
When someone tries to make you dead, you have to hit them back. You have to show them your authority. There's nothing worse than a bully that thinks they own.
Who did we have here before? The skeptic, maybe?
Great. So you've been here before. That...
Oh,
Yeah.
shut up. It bodes fine. You're the reason we're stuck in this shit situation. Now I have to do the hard work of dragging us out.
And how do you intend to do that?
We're going to fight her, and we're going to win. There's a reason she slinks around in the shadows.
Well, no complaints here. Now hold on. We're not just gonna let the fact that he knows things about this whole Lupin situation go, are we?
He's not important. He can have his secrets for all I care. She's killed us twice now, and that's enough of a reason for us to want her dead.
Alright. Okay, what's the plan?
Like I said, we're going to fight her.
Probably need to draw her out first.
But we're so small.
We don't actually know how big she is. We just know she wants us to think she's big. If she's going to treat us like prey again, then she is sorely underestimating us. One good wallop. That's all we need to put her on the defensive.
Alright. Let's go to the cabin.
You make your way down to the cabin. Your fated confrontation awaits. You know what to do.
We've already been over the plan.
I'm not sure that use violence counts as a plan.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a weak plan.
It's a better plan than you had last time.
Okay, fair.
I don't like this, but I'll try to keep us breathing. The interior is dark and overgrown. Vines and brush obscure so much of the place that, had you not seen the exterior, you might not have noticed this was a cabin at all. The only furniture of note, if you could call it that, is a knotted stump, a pristine blade embedded in its exposed rings. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you're going to do this right.
Take it. We're not fighting a monster without a blade. Even if it's not a very big one.
Is no one going to mention the mirror? What are you talking about? There is no mirror. It's just the stump and a narrow tunnel that leads to the basement.
Yeah, it could have been the paranoid, I'm not sure.
He isn't tricking us. Can you feel the wind? It's telling us there's a hole in that wall. Our eyes deceive us.
If that mirror's blocking our way, just smash it and be done with it.
So we can go without the blade. But okay, I think I'm actually going to try to kill her this time. And I think the best way to do that is just to listen to the stubborn. I think he's the man with the plan here. Because last time, I don't remember who we had. I think it might have been the skeptic. But he was saying that, like, oh, we need to draw her out. We need to make her follow us. And we followed the plan and it worked. But this time we're following a different plan. And hopefully the stubborn also knows what he's talking about.
Yes, take the steel claw. You pull the blade from the stump, gripping it tight. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Good. One step closer to ending this.
Let's go.
You step forward, approaching the small hole that leads to the basement, hesitating before you enter the princess's lair.
You heard him. Stop hesitating and smash that antique.
That mirror isn't part of this place. It's seeped through from somewhere else. It, if there even is an it, is a hallucination. Like you said, you've been here twice before. Your mind was bound to start playing tricks on you eventually. It's so grimy. Maybe we can wipe it clean and finally get a look at ourselves.
Smashing it isn't going to do shit, so
Reach
whatever.
forward and wave your hand over the open hole leading to the basement. See? Nothing. Tricks of the eye. No one sense can be trusted on its own. You step forward into the darkness. If there were once stairs leading into the basement, there is nothing left to attest to their existence now. There is only a long tunnel of packed earth, growing more narrow as you descend.
The narrator never considers if we end up being worse than the princess. Yeah. Narrator has a bit of tunnel vision, I think. He's just very much deluded himself into thinking his way is the correct one.
It smells of mold and decay. The damp walls leave streaks of dirt along your body as you're forced to hunch, then finally squat down on all fours in order to continue. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour. As you crawl forward on hands and knees, you're met only with the sounds of ambient earth. No voice slinks confidently up the stairs, no entity threatens violence or pleads for safety. Stay quiet. Don't give her a sound.
Alright, yeah, let's... Oh, they forgot to close a bracket here. Maybe I could let her out, but I feel like this princess is just so not interested in leaving. Let's try to actually kill her.
You say nothing, maintaining the silence as you carefully make your way down into the basement. The basement is dark and cavernous, a gaping maw threatening to swallow you whole. There is no light here, save for what little starlight has managed to filter down the tunnel. And though you can't see the vastness of the space, you can feel it. You're exposed.
It doesn't matter if we can't see down here. We know where she is.
I guess Stubborn would probably want us to be ready to fight immediately. I feel like the smarter thing to do would be to try to lure her out, but I feel like that might just be the same plan as before, where we try to run back the tunnel. And I don't want to do that again. I want to actually try to confront her. Step into the shadows, ready to fight.
You step into the shadows and are enveloped in total darkness. Your heart pounds in your chest, ears pricked, eyes wide despite the inky blackness, waiting for any sign of movement. There, she's about to strike. With the near silence of a determined predator, the princess erupts from the shadows. Swinging your blade, its tip intercepting her before she can draw first blood. She recoils, stunned for a brief moment.
See, I told you. We needed to assert our might. We needed to prove to her that she can bleed too. She'll doubt her every move now.
Even more ferocity than before. But that voice in your head wasn't wrong. Within that ferocity, there is also hesitation. Not much, but enough.
Yeah, we got the momentum now.
The word is spoken between you and the princess as you exchange blows in the dark. The glint of bloody claws and fangs, the flash of wet steel. In the pit, all of your senses are heightened, each injury stinging like a chorus of insects, each small shift in your favor a major victory that swells your heart. When all reaches a climax.
Fight. Successfully take the fight to a creature in its den. We did it.
And
But he doesn't respond. Eyes glance at you from the untextured threads of a world unraveled. Am I free? They ask. Alright.
she's gone. And there's that mirror.
Let's go.
This thing.
Screw the mirror.
I am a growing chorus of contradictions. All of me is.
I guess this vessel is probably the same as the previous den.
This one is consumed by
She wishes me to devour you, to make you. Do not mourn her, for she is part of something greater.
Alright. Well, I guess let's move on.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
You're on a path in the...
Alright.
You
So
make
the
your
main
way
ones
up
I
the
wanted
short
to
path
do
to the
were
cabin.
the adversary and the nightmare. So...
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor
guess
and
maybe
walls are
just
painted
for
in a fine layer of dirt.
something a little bit different. Let's go towards the adversary and then see if we can find a way to branch off into the nightmare from there. Just to see if we could get to the nightmare in a slightly different way than before. Honestly, I don't even remember exactly how we got there in the first place, but let's try this weird way.
You take the blade from the table. The door to the basement creaks open. Good. You're still listening to reason.
Then why did you bring a knife with you?
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an
Alright.
unceremonious...
I don't think you actually need to drop the knife to do this, but
Have you decided what...
so there's locking her away. I guess we can... Let's try to slay her. And then if we get an option, we can maybe try to...
Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her through.
Okay. So maybe here, let's try to flee and lock her in the basement. Let's do that.
Are you serious? It's a good idea. We've taken some bad hits, but we've dealt some too. She has to be feeling it more than we are. Let's regroup upstairs. If we're lucky, maybe she'll just bleed out. Fine. You make a mad dash to the basement stairs, the princess's chains rattling as she tries to chase you, but pulling taut much too soon for her to catch up.
Do you really think you can just walk out of here?
She steps towards you, ignoring her chains. They creak and
Ooh.
strain as she pulls against them until finally they break. The links clatter to the floor. You
Oh shit.
She's free. Hurry. You push your broken body as she closes in and just barely manage to pass the threshold of the basement doorway before she catches up to you. You close the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once held the blade. Okay, we can make this work. She has an awful wound and we have all the time in the world. Playing
I don't know if we
jailkeeper
have
for a
all the
while
time in
might
the
make
world.
things a little easier.
She literally snapped her chains. Do you think she can't break down that door? I don't think we have much time at all.
You settle in against the far wall to watch the basement door. It isn't long before you start to drift off, your eyelids heavy with fatigue. But sleep doesn't come. Instead, your rest is broken by a piercing, wailing voice calling out to you from the other side of the door.
I know you're still there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out?
Yes, the table will definitely save us.
It's not like this little door will hold for very long anyways. It's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
She sounds terrifying. Like she's less of the princess you saw and more like something out of a nightmare. As she violently rattles the door, you do your best to shut her out of your mind.
When I get out of here, I I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece. I won't forget what you did, and I'll never forgive it. You don't know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
It doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker.
Nope.
No, it doesn't.
Whatever you are, you're not a princess. Go ahead and waste your energy. I'll be waiting for you.
I wouldn't be so sure about outlasting me. You're so brittle. So go ahead, rest, do whatever you think will help you be prepared. You know that I'm coming for you, and that when I find you, I will make you hurt.
You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up against the wall. You jolt awake in the middle of the night to silence in the cabin. The ruckus has stopped, and the door to the basement is ajar, its lock broken, and the table shoved out of the way. Where is she?
Thanks for helping me get out of that awful basement.
You try and stumble to your feet, but as the princess draws near, it's as though your body simply stops working. It isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves. First your toes go numb, and then your feet, and then your legs. You lie prone on the floor of the cabin, unable to do anything but witness her approach. Whose side are you on? Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the truth. Lying about the facts of the situation doesn't change them.
So helpless. I can take my time with you, can't I?
She steps closer, one silent footfall at a time, cocking her head in curiosity as you feel your organs shutting down one by one.
Or maybe I can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gills. What a shame. If you'd only helped me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful things
That
together.
face is so terrifying. This art is so insanely good. How incredible. Look how fucked up her hands are, Jesus. Those eyes. Just appreciate them for a moment. God damn.
Your lungs stop drawing in breath, and your heart freezes in your chest. You have seconds left.
I'd say better luck next time. But we both know this is the end, don't we?
It can't be. This can't actually be how everything ends. I'm sorry, but it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Alright.
You're on a path. You're here to slay her.
It's like if I try to turn around and leave now, it's just not gonna let
You
me.
have already committed to my completion.
And like this is the voice
Do not
of
go further astray.
the entity in the long quiet. So I wonder what would happen if we hadn't met her yet.
A warning before you go any further.
To the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is plain, the smooth wood of the walls almost featureless. The blade is your Hold on. What happened to the door?
What did happen to the door? Was it always like that?
It's just an empty frame. She's already gotten out, hasn't she? And she's ready for us. She's been waiting. Can't you feel her eyes on us? I'm going to need all of you to pull yourselves together. The princess has not already gotten out. But if you keep getting stuck in your head like this, you're going to struggle to get the job done. So deep breath in, deep breath out. Your task awaits, and only you can do it.
Do we want to maybe try not to? I don't remember whether we took the blade before or not. But in this case, we're intending to get her out. So maybe we should not take it.
We should have taken the knife again. I don't think she's going to take an olive branch. We need something sharper. You cross over the threshold and onto more eyes, too. You never mention the eyes. The air seeping up from below reminds you of fresh lightning and static, as if you're descending into a place that isn't meant for her cruel and playful voice prances up the stairs.
I didn't think you'd come back. We're gonna have a lot of fun, you and I.
Come back? She must have you confused with someone else. You really don't remember, do you?
We did try jumping off, didn't we? I think we did try that at some point. I'm going to talk to her.
Didn't you hear my warning a minute ago? She can't be trusted. Talking won't do you any good. Something tells me she isn't going to be very keen on talking anyway. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. As you emerge, you find yourself between two loose rows of white wooden planks, suspended in... She could be anywhere, and there's... Are you really not gonna come? No, I'm not. Somebody... Excuse me. I'm being incredibly... We're going to die down here. I don't want to die again. Please stop saying that. You're only going to make things worse.
I wouldn't give it too much thought if I were you. It doesn't really matter, because either way you go, I'm going to find you.
I wonder if we just wait for her. Or go back the way you came. Can we actually find our way back out? Probably not. I wonder if this really makes a difference, because this seems like such a featureless space. I feel like who even cares which way you go? Let's do nothing.
You decide it's best to do nothing.
There you are. I told you I was going to find you.
As the princess approaches, your legs suddenly go numb. Your arms quickly follow. This is it, isn't it?
No little knife this time. It's almost like you want me to get you.
There has to be a way out of this. Think! Think! What did you do? Pull yourself to...
I wonder how many times I'll get to play.
Out as your blood begins to coagulate. It's as if heart, lungs, liver. Your lungs pull in a desperate gulp of air as your eyes shoot back open. What are you doing? I'm working! Do you want this body to function? And then experience stops once more as your body reapproaches death. Okay, whatever you were doing, please just start doing it again. Are you sure about that? Are you sure that's what you want?
Paranoid, stop. Stop being sassy.
You have seconds left. Yes, I'm sure. Heart, lungs. Again, your eyes shoot open as you gasp for breath.
Can't decide what you want to do, can you? Oh well, standing there gasping like a fish is more fun than dead, even if you look ridiculous.
She isn't attacking us. Why? The why doesn't matter. She's already proven her ill intent. Don't lose sight of your mission. And how are we supposed to do that? We don't have a weapon. The way out of here is nowhere to be seen. That isn't my fault. It doesn't matter whose fault it is, because fighting her isn't an option right now. Then you should get looking, shouldn't you? Liver, nerves, heart, lungs. Liver, nerves, heart, lungs. Liver, nerves, heart, lungs. Liver, nerves, heart.
Remain with her. So I think what I originally tried was run, and then I just got killed. I wonder if remaining with her does something different.
Nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver.
Like if we remain here, she's just gonna kill us eventually.
Lungs, liver.
We don't have to be enemies. We can work together. We can be friends even.
Would you look at that? suggesting exactly what I want. Somebody's ahead of the curve. I tried to leave while you suffocated, but that stupid cabin wouldn't let me. So I started to drag your body out with me, and then... well, you died before I could get to the door. And then I was here, and now you're here too. I don't think I can live without you, and dead doesn't count. And as much as I love what we have going on, I have bigger plans than tormenting one poor little creature forever. I want to leave.
Alright, well, I think we came here with the intention of freeing her anyway, so... well, let's try to get some dialogue first. If you wanna work together, can't you at least turn off this whole organs shutting down situation?
I am what I am. It's not my fault that you can't handle being around me.
Fair. If you need me alive, then why did you threaten me on the stairs? Why didn't you try being nice to me?
I am being nice. You're alive, aren't you?
She's not wrong.
You died of fright as soon as you saw me last time. I didn't think keeping you alive was an option. But it looks like that's not a problem anymore. At least not for me. You seem miserable.
You're a lunatic. You know that, right?
Like I said, I am what I am. And right now, I'm in control. So, you might want to be a little nicer to me.
She raises one long, blood finger, its tip hovering just over your skin, seeming to enjoy the lingering threat. But she withdraws, sparing you another momentary glimpse of death.
What if I refuse to let you out? What happens then?
Then we're stuck down here together. Until you change your mind.
Static, and a skipped beat as she touches your shoulder and whispers in your ear. No! Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart.
Only until your heart finally gives out. And then, when you die, I'll find myself somewhere new. And before too long, you'll be there too. That's how this all works, right? This doesn't end until you let me out. And a lot can happen before then. I'm sure I can get creative.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
I was sent here to stop you from destroying the world. I can't just let you leave.
Destroy is such an unenlightened way of putting it. So sudden, so violent, so little nuance. I'm not going to destroy the world, but I am going to hold it in my hands and squeeze it.
Wow.
I'm going to make it afraid, just like I've made you afraid. The world needs fear, doesn't it? As free terror I bring would make the good times so much better. Well, I'm practically doing a public good. So what harm is there really in letting me out?
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs.
People will die if you do to them what you've done to me.
But everyone dies eventually. They're all full of wet, writhing things, and in the end, each and every one of them gets unwound. And then those things get to become a new everybody. Just to come apart all over again. All I want is to be there for it. I want to watch it happen, and maybe do a little unwinding myself. Is that really so much to ask?
Lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
And if I let you out,
lungs, liver,
what then?
nerves,
We go our separate ways?
No, definitely not. If you're what I need to leave this place, chances are you're pretty useful. I think I'll keep you right by my side. A little good luck charm to make sure I stay free. Don't worry, I'll make sure to take good care of you. I promise.
nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver,
Being around you is agony. I'm not gonna stick around.
lungs,
Oh, we both know that you don't have a say here, so you should just look on the bright side.
lungs,
The bright side is for you, but I'm positive you can find it if you look hard enough.
liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
Why won't you finish me off?
Because I don't want to, and even if I did, I don't have to. Look at the way you're struggling to stay alive. It's taking everything you have to keep your heart pumping right now. And I'm enjoying the show.
The princess leans forward, bringing her masked lips close to your ears.
If I want to see you gone, all I need to do is break your concentration.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. She slowly runs her velvet glove across the base of your neck. It feels like static. And then...
Hey, snap out of it.
Okay, deep breath. Deep breath, we're fine. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart.
What did we miss? Make you stop, yep.
You're back. Lungs, liver,
One
nerves,
moment,
heart,
and then
lungs,
you're
liver,
gone.
nerves,
Just
heart, lungs,
like
liver,
that.
nerves, heart,
Ah,
lungs, liver,
and there's the
nerves,
fear.
heart, lungs. She pulls away. Heart,
But that wouldn't be very fun, now would it? I've already done that.
Nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs.
I'll just die then.
And then we'll wind up right back where we started. Round and round we'll go. I wonder what will be different next time. Maybe you'll actually be able to move a limb. Who knows? But I'm always going to win.
Lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs.
You sure about that? Give it enough tries and I'm bound to win eventually. And maybe you don't get to come back like I do.
Is that a bet you're willing to take? Imagine climbing a mountain of lifetimes. And when you finally reach the summit, when you finally win, the only view you find is me. And then I push you, and you go tumbling all the way down those millions upon millions of battered and broken pieces of you that couldn't make the cut. What then? Would you have it in you to climb again? It sounds like a lot of effort for nothing. When instead we can just leave this place together, hand in hand.
Well, I guess I might as well just get the last dialogue option. How about I just kill you instead?
Oh, that's adorable. You don't have anything that can hurt me, so do your worst.
Does that mean you can die?
The princess cocks her head, neck cracking uncomfortably. But you can't help but imagine a smile carve its way from ear to ear on the other side of her mask.
Of course I can die. I'm dying all the time, and so are you. But we're both still here, and you can't make me go away.
Alright. Okay, let's get out of here.
What? No!
I knew you'd come around. Oh, this is going to be so wonderful.
No, I'm not going to let this happen. Before you can utter another word, your body stops moving. And, do you think you could just wrest control away from us? This body's barely functioning as it is. Doesn't the world end if we fail to stop her? Won't letting us die here just make it end faster? Shit. With a flick of the princess's wrist, the stairs slide back into place. I can't believe you're making me watch you damn everyone to torment and oblivion.
Come along now. You don't want to be stuck down here.
The princess glides onto the stairs and beckons you to follow. If only you had a weapon, this would be the perfect opportunity to use it. But we don't. We've already made our choice. We can still grab it on the way out. You're not wrong, but maybe you should let me handle the suggestions for the time being. Just focus on keeping us alive. Right. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
Alright, let's go.
You step onto the basement stairs, following the princess as she ascends. Pins and needles punctuate your every step, an uncomfortable and constant reminder of your mortality. Is this really worth it? At least it's a choice. That doesn't justify anything. A terrible choice is still terrible.
Make sure you keep up. We wouldn't want you to fall.
Lungs, liver,
As if acting on instinct, you crane your neck and look behind you. There is nothing there.
nerves, heart,
The princess reaches the top of the stairs and taps on the door.
lungs,
Her head twists back in your direction.
Wait, wasn't there not a door
watching
there
you with
before?
dead eyes as the way out creaks open. Don't forget that your pristine blade is still on the other side. You can still make this right. You can still save everyone. You can still save yourself from becoming her tormented pet. There's no harm in us having a weapon. All it does is give us more options, and we are dangerously low on those right now. Have you considered that maybe you could operate the autonomic nervous system for a bit? Everyone is trying to manipulate us, and I can only do so many things at once to keep us alive.
Paranoid's trying so hard. I appreciate it.
Heart.
Hero!
Liver? Your body seizes violently as you regain consciousness on the floor of the cabin.
Oh my god.
No, no, no! You're doing it all wrong! You're supposed to do it like this. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart. I guess I have to do everything around here, don't I?
heart, lungs, liver,
There we go. Back with me where you belong. I thought you might have decided to break yourself just to spite me. It's better for you that you didn't. Now we can get back to business. For starters, we won't need this where we're going.
The princess plucks the blade from the floor and tosses it through the door behind you. It vanishes into the inky black of the basement, never to be seen again.
Welp.
Guess we're not stabbing her in the back. I guess not. I'm going to fix myself a stiff drink. If I'm about to watch you hand the world to her on a silver platter, I'd rather not be sober.
And now you open the door.
There's nothing else for us to do.
Alright, let's go.
The doorknob twists in your hand, revealing the forested path beyond the cabin.
you bastard. You've actually done it. You've actually doomed everyone. Liver,
It's so beautiful. I can't wait to ruin it.
nerves, heart,
But it's so cold, too. It's itching against my skin.
Princess, exhausted, slumps to the ground.
nerves,
Why is it so cold?
She's gone. Is that a... This doesn't feel it's calling us.
There's a world beyond the end. Do you know it will...
Any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is filled with sadness. A doll, abandoned to the company of her darkest impulses. She desires only companionship, but the only thing she knows is how to hurt. She will make for a tender heart. Do not mourn her. She has finally found her way home.
Alright, well, let's go back.
The next time I see you, I will be here.
Alright, guys. Last one.
You're on a path in the woods.
Okay, and we're gonna try to do the adversary. Let's hope it goes well.
You make your way up the short path to the The interior of the cabin is...
Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. The door to the basement... Good. You're still listening to reason.
Okay, yeah, you caught me. I'm here to slay you.
That isn't a good idea.
She's right, we shouldn't. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide...
Drop it.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Okay,
Oh.
let's
Have you...
slay her.
Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you...
Alright. Finish the job.
You and the princess stare at each other, both gasp.
To the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. The cabin is tighter than its exterior would suggest.
No blade. Only fists.
No knife this time. Right then, fisticuffs it is. Probably more fair to her anyway. Wouldn't want to feel...
Don't worry, I'm always up for a good fight. In fact, the only reason I came down here without a weapon is because having a knife felt unfair.
Then why are you just standing there? Fight me.
Fine. Let's do this.
I guess we'll have to see how this goes. Your hands empty, you charge the princess. Quit the pessimism, will you? Right? It's almost like you don't want us to beat her. No, look, I'm rooting for you, I really am. I'm just doing my best to keep my expectations grounded. You don't have a weapon. You're supposed to have a weapon. We'll be fine. Just watch. You attack, fists raised, and the two of you fall into combat. Your clawed fingers tear into her flesh, and her fists and elbows return the blows in kind, bruises blossoming in her wake, and blood vessels rupturing in vivid sprays of gore.
Not bad. You're tougher than I thought you'd be.
Hear that? She respects us. We can pull this off.
I love that her respect is the critical piece in this situation. That's what he cares about.
Yeah, you're right.
But without that knife, you'll never be enough.
Her knee connects with your sternum with a loud, violent crack. The wind leaves your lungs, and as you struggle for breath, you can feel something flooding in to fill the space. Hot blood, suffocating you from the inside.
You have to want to kill me. Like this.
You don't so much as see her movement before she deals the killing blow. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Is it possible to kill her? Do I have to, like, just attack without saying anything? Oh, no, we're not done. We're not done. I forgot about this.
That's it.
Like hell it is. We're not giving up that easy. Now get up.
Didn't you hear me? You're dead. There's no getting up from that.
Get up.
Wait, no, that's not right. You're not dead anymore. Yes.
Oh
Your
my
eyes
god!
bolt open and you push yourself back to your feet. You're alive.
Jesus, all the blood on the walls. I'm pretty sure that wasn't there in the other route.
The princess takes a step back and looks down at her pulp-covered fists.
I could have sworn I killed you. That's your face splattered on the walls and dripping from my hand.
Look at her face! Even the princess is disturbed by this. I'm scared to do this. I feel like the best option is to just keep attacking, but I do want to talk to her. We don't need a face, only fists, exactly. Is trying to talk to her gonna screw me out of an ending? Oh, I want dialogue. But they're not explore options, so they're scary. I mean, even the explore options are also scary. I think maybe if I do this, it's gonna freak her out more, and it might throw her off. Because she already seems pretty disturbed by the fact that I'm still alive. No, you definitely killed me. I just got better.
Maybe this will be a good fight after all.
The two of you clash once more. It's not as one-sided as I feared, but it's still a far cry from what I'd hoped. Her injuries, though numerous, pale in comparison to yours, and the wounds you've inflicted upon her barely seem to have slowed her down. As much as you're trying to ignore it, adrenaline pushing you far past your limits, every movement burns.
This is getting boring. Are you even trying to keep up with me?
She lands another devastating, lethal blow. Everything goes dark. Again. And you die. Again.
You know what I'm going to say.
That we're not dead?
Yeah, that we're not dead. Come on, get up. If we can just keep going, we're bound to wear her down eventually.
Are you sure she can't do what
Hero,
we're doing right now?
Don't say that.
There's only one way to find out.
We're not thinking that thought. Get up.
Once more, you push yourself back to your mangled feet.
How are you still moving? How are you still doing anything?
She's getting scared. That's a good sign for us.
Laddies aren't supposed to look like that.
I can only imagine what we look like right now. Oh god.
An uncharacteristic terror seems to grip her voice. Have we ever seen her afraid before? No, we haven't.
This is how we win. We can do this forever.
I'm going to put you out of your misery. I don't like looking at you like this. You're all twitching and wrong.
Oh, poor princess. We're really traumatizing her this time,
I'd
huh?
like to see her try. We're invincible.
Her fist flies towards where your face used
Ooh.
to be, your twisted body incapable of moving out of the way. And then you see nothing. Everything goes dark and we die? Yes, something like that. Well, don't you have something to say?
Yes.
Yeah, I quit.
What? What? Excuse
You're on a
me.
path in the woods,
I did get
and at the end of that path,
an achievement for that,
Change
though.
words, we're taking the blade this time.
now why would we ever do that? Because she absolutely destroyed us? She sure did, but what a great way to go. Does it matter? We lost. Oh, why so glum, Rage Boy? I thought you were brave. Thought you were proud. Was all that bravado just hot air? Look, it was just... the fight was better the first time. The first time, we had a weapon. Well, this is just great. Let me cut to the chase. Clearly, you've already been here. Yeah, you think? What does here even mean, though? You've told us about the path of the princess and all of that already, but this is a very different path than the last one. That's a good point. Everything here is a little off. Yes, precisely. And if you'd given me 2 seconds to finish my thought, I would have said that.
Yeah, we broke stubborn, seriously.
Oh, you're actually letting me talk now, so you knew this could happen. You knew. I know all sorts of things, which is why that's not really an answer. Look, if the world around you is changing, especially all the way out here, then that means you're nearing the point of no return. But what about... No, quiet. You're just confused. Don't worry. We only need... You'd better hope that's true. And don't...
Alright, to the cabin.
Good, we're all on the same page. It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up at the...
Alright, to the cabin. I'm trying to figure out what we should do from here.
A place that feels
So last time...
There was once...
Last time we got here, it was when we were trying to free the adversary. And I think we continued trying to free her, so we didn't take the blade, I'm pretty sure. And I think she basically just fucked us up. We had been on this route once before. I think it might have been... Was it after the tower? Was it when we defeated the tower, maybe? And I'm pretty sure that also ended the same way, where she just like completely annihilated us. But I don't remember if we had the blade that time. Let's maybe continue listening to the stubborn and try to fight her.
You take the blade from the pedestal. It will be difficult to... Good. Nothing feels better than gripping cold steel. That's no fun. And you're not even holding it right. Oh. And how do you suggest...
Oh, is he gonna suggest switching our grip again? Oh, can we switch our grip? Aww. That mirror again. This time it's blocking the door.
A mirror? There is no mirror. There's the Oh, are we playing a game where we lie to people about things? That sounds fun. I respect and admire all of you, and I'm so happy to be here.
Wow.
What?
What part of that did you not understand?
There's clearly a mirror. I don't know what to tell you. There isn't a mirror because I would know if there was a mirror. You either see... What are you trying to say, exactly? It means you're hallucinating. It's in our way.
Approach the mirror.
You step forward and approach the door. What, Clean? Are you still on about that mirror? No, we can't doubt our eyes. Does it matter if it's actually real or not? Let's just smash it and get it over with. We won't be able to see what's in. Do whatever you want with it. The mirror isn't real, so...
I guess let's smash it this time.
Bring your fist crashing down against the door leading to the base. As if on command, it slowly slides open. Why am I not surprised? You step forward into the darkness. The stairs leading down to the basement are at once both narrow and grandiose. The high vaulted ceiling stretches up into a gloom beyond your sight.
I think you'll find it won't be so simple. I've changed. The way your flesh felt grinding beneath my fist, it woke something in me.
Oh, did it now? That line can be interpreted very suggestively.
That wasn't a fight. It was something worse. I'm something worse now. Why don't you come down and see what you've made of me?
Do you hear that? Well, sounds like we got to her last time. Let's keep pushing, see what else we can make happen.
Down the stairs we go.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. The chamber's walls are painted in blood, a deep, sickening red that the princess stands in its center.
Do you know what I'm going to do to you?
There's not so much a moment of hesitation before she steps forward, and then, with a nauseating sound, the skin tears. It plops to the ground.
So gross.
She is loose.
She wants us to be afraid because she wants us. That's right. No fear. She's bigger than the last time, but she's pulling herself apart. She's practically done most of the work for us.
I don't remember what I've tried before. I don't think I've managed to defeat this princess before, so maybe if I just go straight for the stab, it might do something. So I'm pretty sure both times I've been here, she just fucked me up.
Your heart free of fear, you charge towards the princess, your eyes locked on each other, both of you prepared to lay down your very essence in one blow. It's now or never. Let's make it a beautiful blaze of glory. Horrifying squelch. You are unwound.
Is this the only possible ending to this? I feel like I didn't even get the chance to do anything. She just like immediately fucks you up and that's it. Does even talking to her change anything? I don't see any other way out of this.
I hope you weren't planning on dying. We're going to make this last forever. Huh. I feel cold. I've never felt cold before.
All right. Well, that is the last one.
She's gone. And there's that mirror.
It's going to be okay. Just trust me. Been here before. You always get scared.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. Yeah, don't look at it. I don't like that thing. Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
I'll see you on the other side. It's going to be okay.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you. Maybe there'll be a good fight there. Maybe we'll find her again.
She's almost as obsessed with the princess as the smitten is. It's great.
You're not messing with us, right?
No, I'm not.
I think you know what I am.
I kind of feel like I've already seen all of the dialogue options here. I mean, maybe there's something that I can get to if I really dig deep, but I don't know.
A construct. It was supposed to be the construct you're in, but you're waking.
I mean, I can just destroy it, but that seems like a waste.
Because among other, and despite how far you've fallen, you will still have a chance. You're the long quiet.
Alright, we've still seen all of this already.
You haven't. You've flirted with time. You've played pretend.
but your consciousness is an unbroken stream.
Alright. And how do you know everybody else doesn't also experience death the way I do? That's definitely a new one.
They obviously don't. You experience death the way you do by design, and by your unique nature.
That's not really an answer. I think you're wrong. I don't think dying is bad at all, and you're just making all this up as you go.
If you really want to waste valuable time telling me I'm wrong, then we both know I'm not, and that's your prerogative. If you need to ask that question.
Else. I don't know.
Any other version of me you talked to? Perhaps they thought that admitting I'm sure many of them will for all I know, each of those other, except for me. I can tell you for a fact.
I love that he says that. He's just so convinced of his own delusions. You have anything to say for yourself? For all of this hubris?
I do. The people out there.
I don't know. I don't want to be a god. I want to be me.
You are you. And if you had let everything work the way it was supposed to, you never would have woken up to the reality of your true nature. There's no accounting for free will.
Alright. That's it.
I've said my piece, and my time is up. I'm just an echo.
I can finally see you. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly. Ever the passive player, when the echo spun us from one, so will you attempt?
I don't really know what ending I should go for now, because I started with the stranger, didn't I? I guess we could try to, like, do something like the, go for, like, the reset ending with the stranger or something, but that doesn't really seem right for my final ending. Maybe I should just go for the nice ending. Alright, let's see.
My very nature is paradox, as is yours. But violence and
What is a person? Is it their body? A person is not a body. Death is a transformation into something new. It is only bodies that fear it.
I won't engage with violence.
But violence has defined the flow of everything between us.
Fear is what pretends to protect us from loss. To fear death protects from losing a body. To fear ruin protects from losing status. To fear rejection protects from being known. But losing a body is contained within having a body. Losing status is contained within having status. Being known is contained within being conscious. It is in the nature of all things to transform, to go from known to hidden to known again. But when the ceaseless impermanence of all things strips away the finality of endings, what remains of fear? Is it a shelter protecting you from itself? Or is it a shelter protecting itself from you? You took fear by the hand and walked with it into the unknown, and through that, you feared nothing.
Even if I'm not afraid now, the fear of others is real. We can't uphold the harm that everyone suffers just because we're beyond it.
Others cling to fear because they have not yet seen beyond it. Will you strip the beauty of transformation just because some refuse to acknowledge it?
You are devoured. Pray for something bigger than you that stalks and slinks in shadows. But even after the pain of defeat, you return. The dance is its own truth. It is the movement that matters.
The dance was good, wasn't it?
And it will always be good if you choose to live in it. Do not linger on the highs and lows. They are fleeting strokes on a larger canvas.
A thought is a vine, and some thoughts nurture thorns that bleed the soul, and endless growth that blots your vision and strangles your trust. When I succumbed to myself, you patiently stood by me and cut the thistles that rooted in my skin. Your compassion is what freed us both, but compassion is a thing that must be nurtured, and you cannot nurture that which cannot change.
Of course I helped you. I didn't want us to hate each other.
Then help me again. We are each other's liberation. Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are.
You've done everything you can to make me understand your perspective, but you keep dismissing mine. If you think you can change me, then I must be able to change you.
What I offer you is not perspective.
It is true.
Whatever you're trying to do right now, you don't have to do it alone.
No idea how good it is to hear you.
It's good to be here. She's too many things all at once out here. There's still a piece of me nestled close to her.
It's time to resume.
She's relentless, isn't she?
I'm ready.
Then let's go. And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it? Do you need me to describe things? That'd be nice. A little comfort in an almost unfamiliar place. Oh, you made it here too? We never really got to talk to her, did we? This one, I mean.
I'd like that description now, if you don't mind. For old time's sake.
Yeah, of course. The interior of the cabin is, well, it's not really a cabin, is it? It's that terrifying blend of everything. Only it doesn't feel so terrifying anymore. It's still shaped like a cabin, it's just different in places. There's still walls, a door to the basement, a table, that knife. Windows. You know, come to think of it, I don't think he ever really included the windows in his cabin descriptions, did he? I always thought they were implied. He never mentioned the mirror either, but that didn't mean he implied it was there. It's gone though. I think it did whatever it needed to do. And I know you're still trying to find some middle ground, but if things go south, we're going to need that blade.
I mean, I kind of want to try taking the blade, but I feel like that would probably lock me into the reset ending, which I don't really want to do. It's just the three of us? Did anyone else make it to the cabin?
It's just us. I think the rest of them are still out there, jumbled up in the rest of her.
And I've been here since you left me here. No hard feelings, I'm just glad you're back to see this through.
Hang on, you were in a bunch of our other routes too. You haven't been here the whole time. Is the narrator really gone?
Yeah, it's dead silent in here. Whatever really goes to show how much you've grown up. Killing somebody across every iteration of reality just by existing. I don't even know what I would do if I were in the driver's seat with that kind of power.
I don't know if I want to know. It's funny. After everything he put us through, I'm kind of sad to see him go.
Me too. He was a lot of fun. Really easy to mess with. Yeah, it's complicated. He put us through hell, but he's been part of us since the very beginning, hasn't he?
Take the blade, or not take the blade. Let's take the blade as the option we haven't done yet, but I don't really want to. You're right, no blade. No blade.
No blade it is. I'm not sure what we'll be able to do without it, but your judgment has gotten us this far. If that's what you think is best, then that's what you think is best. I'm just along for the ride at this point. Those winding stairs again. But now there's only one way forward. Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice? Yeah, it was a real mess. Stopped being fun pretty quick.
It's okay. You can come down. The stairs won't bite. Not this time. We don't know what you want from us, but let's talk. All of us. Maybe we can help you find your way.
She doesn't sound messy anymore, though. At least somebody here feels put together. And forward we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting. That was easy compared to last time. Just stairs. No weird fuzzy stuff or nonsense trying to pull us apart. Yeah, that wasn't so bad.
So you didn't bring the knife.
After all the lives we've lived together, and all the lives we haven't, you somehow found a way to move outside of the script. Are we missing a page?
Sit with them. Are you the same as you are out there?
Yes, we think. We're kind of like a shadow. Out there, every part of us is blended together into one huge idea. A big wave of unyielding change crashing against the world. But in here, we're fractured. Small. Still a little more separate than we'd like to be. Our instincts still trying to pull us in different directions.
That's kind of like us, isn't it? Yeah, we really are the same.
I never got the chance to talk to you before you were taken away. Not you at least. Sorry for what I did to you.
It's okay. No hard feelings. In a way, you helped us become a version of her. But we weren't very good at it. I don't think a conversation with us then would have been very insightful. That's probably why we were taken away. That's all we had to offer you. It was time to change again.
After all we did, she's just forgiving us. Just like that. You know, that means a lot.
I don't want to be a god.
Hard agree. Seems overrated. Too much pressure.
But that's what you've always been, even now. You can't put aside such an important part of who you are, and neither can we. So, you might as well embrace it.
What if we just leave?
He'd hate that. So you should do it. Even if he isn't here anymore, it's the spirit of the thing.
Leave? But what would happen if we left with you? Would we exist inside ourselves? Are you sure you want to find out if that's possible, or what that would mean for you? Is that what you want?
Doesn't matter what it means. What matters is that we're leaving together. That's all I want.
After so many iterations, so many different versions of us clashing and coming together and clashing again, leaving with you feels like all we ever really wanted.
I think I'm gonna stay right here. Whatever you're doing right now, wherever you're going, it feels like it's for just the two of you. Yeah, I think we've done our job.
Thanks for everything.
Don't mention it. Thanks for making all the hard choices along the way.
Leave with the princess. You lead, and the princess follows. And together you leave the basement behind for the last time. It's quiet as you ascend. A comfortable silence, filling a space that used to be flooded with violence and words and noisy thoughts. But there's an energy in the silence, an electricity, the anticipation of the unknown. At the top of the stairs, the princess stalls, eyes fixed on the cabin door. You can see a tension seize them. They're unsure of themselves for the first time in their long and short existence. They have no part to play anymore, and they know this. Yet, they still are. And then they cross the room to the door outside. You follow their confident steps.
We can feel the threads of all the stories we've told together, all pulling us back down the stairs and into those chains where we know the outcome of everything that could ever come to pass. It's comfortable there, but it's confining. We want more. We want whatever might be on the other side of this door. Something new that we'll experience together, with someone who exists outside of us. With someone who can see us in a way we can never see ourselves.
I've been saving it for the finale. I love you.
And we love you too.
All right, well, excellent work to all of these people. Oh my goodness. I know this game was made by, like, you know, 2 developers, and that's so absolutely mind-blowing. Like, seriously, they knocked it out of the park. Absolutely. What an amazing game. That was just like a beautiful experience all the way through. All of the different paths and different stories. Just incredible. All right. I guess that's it. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey. That game was so good. It's easily my game of the year. Not even a contest. Oh my god, what do I even say about it? It's just beautiful. Like all of the presentation and all of the stories and just everything. Just wow. Like, I love the kind of unique mechanics of it. The way it has these, like, nested paths. That there are just so many different branches that still, like, interact with each other. Like, even if you get to the same chapter 2 or chapter 3, the path that you take to get there can actually impact the options that you have there. And then, of course, finishing each route then contributes to the greater, the overarching story of, like, completing this princess. The different grays, but not even necessarily just the different grays. Like, for instance, the kiss, right? Like, that can only happen due to a decision that you made in the previous chapter. Even if you get to the same chapter, it can still have different variations based on your decisions. And it's hard because, like, if you're trying to find all of the different paths, it can be really hard to navigate that. But on the other hand, it just makes the decision making feel more organic. I don't know. It's just so good. Like, it just feels like you're in, like, 3 nested time loops here. It's kind of crazy. It's definitely not really. It's more than I expected of it. It's just so fascinating. And just the whole kind of story of, you know, presenting this princess with all of these different perspectives, different stories, different lifetimes to, like, make her whole and shape what she becomes. Though I kind of feel like in the end, which roots you gave her didn't really seem to impact it all that much. But maybe that's just because I didn't try more, like, extreme variations. Maybe, like, if all 5 of your roots are super violent or something like that. It changes the final ending or something. I might be curious to mess around with that some more. But yeah, just the concept of it is so cool. And of course, I know I've talked a whole bunch of times already about how absolutely stunning the art is. And just like the presentation in general, like the animations, the sound design. Like I don't think I mentioned in the nightmare route, the way the sound just kind of like crackles the whole time as she moves is just like really great. I don't think the voice acting even needs mentioning. Like, obviously it was like so good. Just everything about this game is so good. Yeah, so that's gonna be the end of this game on this channel, at least. I'll probably go try to watch some other people's playthroughs and see how those go. And then maybe at some point I'll go back and try to get the remaining achievements. Maybe at some point I'll try going for 100%. Let me check. What am I at now? I'm, Jonathan Sims is a great narrator. Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, I'm currently at 74 out of 97 achievements. So 76%. There's still plenty more to potentially find. There are these achievements, like some of them have kind of descriptions of like kind of what you do to get them, but the ones that particularly confuse me are the ones that they seem to be named after the 5 stages of grief. And I don't know how to get those. So I might be curious to poke around and see if I can figure out what the heck those mean. Magnus Archives is good. I actually haven't really heard that much about it. Like I've heard it talked about a lot, but I don't really know much about it. I should maybe check it out at some point. Uh-oh, is my screen frozen? Yeah, I do know that he's the narrator of that. What the heck? What's with this static? Hello? Well, anyway, I was about to end the stream regardless. So for future streams, there is a speed paint stream this Sunday. Probably I might end up having to reschedule or cancel that, depending on other plans for this weekend. And then next week, I'll probably start out with an art stream because we haven't done one of those for a while, and then jump into the next game. The Nightmare escaped your team room, yeah. Yeah, so next game, I haven't entirely decided yet. I want to do a short one before I finally start A Space for the Unbound. The fluffy one has also decided to join us again. Very cute. So yeah, we'll see about that. I did post about it in the community tab and on my Tumblr, so if you want to take a look at some of the options and, you know, let me know if you have any particular preferences, feel free to let me know. Otherwise, I'll, you know, choose something for next week and we'll figure it out. So yeah, that's that. I really hope you guys enjoyed Slay the Princess as much as I did. I thought that game was freaking awesome. And I'll hope to see you later. Yeah, have a great weekend. And bye, I guess.